What's happening, everybody? It is 2025. Happy New Year! I'm gonna give you my 2025 real estate market predictions for this year. You ready? What's gonna happen? Who knows? I'm gonna give you mine on this episode of Ryan in Real Estate. All right, as I have done every year, I try and give you the predictions of what I think is going to happen in the 2025 real estate market. It's been a whirlwind the last few years, and there's been some highs, there's been some lows. Interest rates are not where we thought they were going to be. That's definitely one that I got wrong last year, as most people did. But I'm going to give you my top 5, what I think the predictions will be for this coming year. Let's jump into it. All right, ready? Interest rates, that usually tends to be the biggest one everyone wants to know. I am predicting that interest rates are not going to get below 5.75%. Now, why do I say that? Is because simply we are seeing inflation continue to hold. We've not gotten control of that inflation, and because of that, that typically means there's more money in the economy, and they have to keep those rates high to make sure that the people that are purchasing are serious, and it keeps more money out of the market. And the reason why is that there's more money in the market still than there needs to be to keep those rates at a lower spot where they can actually encourage buyers to enter the market and borrow that money. So experts are predicting that it probably will not crack maybe even 6, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it 5.75 to give myself a cushion. But that would be the prediction, not gonna get below 5.75. So if you're a buyer and you're like, I'm gonna wait this year because they're gonna get in the 4s and the 5s, you're probably gonna wait another year. So you might wanna think about looking at a cost of waiting calculator to see what it's gonna cost you to wait, because my number 2 prediction is not gonna be in your favor either. Number 2 prediction is that the average home sales price will rise in 2025. A lot of you people said that that was not gonna happen in 2024, but it did. And one of the reasons is there is still a great amount of equity that sellers have in their homes, and there's still low inventory. That being the case, that's going to continue to keep prices rising. As labor and goods continue to rise as well, that's gonna keep prices rising. And if you look at all of the data that's out there, that is going to continue to be the case until there's simply a lot more homes being built. Number 3 prediction is that we're going to see more sales inventory on the market than we did in 2024. That's good news for buyers, because even though that may not solve the home price is from rising completely, it is going to help you have more options to pick from rather than the such limited inventory we've had in the past few years. Reason for that is a lot of sellers have just finally decided to bite the bullet and make the move. Even though the interest rates are high, they need to sell their home, they need to make that move, and they're going to do that this year. There's a lot of optimism coming into the economy, and that being said, it's going to encourage sellers to be willing to take that chance and make that move, which means more inventory is coming onto the market. All right, my 4th prediction for 2025 is that we are going to see more sales, more transactions happening in real estate this year than we did last year. This year was a very underwhelming year for the amount of transactions that happened. I think we ended at 4.1 million sales across the country. This year, experts are predicting, if you look at the some below, some above, but most experts are predicting that there will be an increase, and I'm on board with that as well. I think the more inventory, buyers are tired of waiting for interest rates to lower, sellers are tired of waiting to get more buyers in the market, and I think everybody's just gonna kind of go, hey, this is the market, this is what we need to do, and that's gonna increase the sales. Will it be a gigantic uptick in sales? I don't think so, but it'll at least be an increase in the amount of sales, which is good news for the realtors that are out there trying to make a living through these sales. That's good news for you. And my 5th prediction is that more realtors will leave the industry. Here's why I think that. And I don't have a ton of evidence behind this, but here's what I think. And I just see it, feel it, talking to other realtors. We've had a really hard 2 years, mainly because interest rates have just gone up so quick, which has really slowed down the market, which is what the Feds wanted to happen, like it or love it, that's what happened. But because that has happened, it's made it very difficult, and because there've been so many low amount of transactions compared to, let's just say 2021, which had 6.1 million sales across the country, it's made it very difficult for realtors to be a part of those transactions. Now, the experience and seasons and top producers, realtors, most of them are still doing well, but last year, 49% of realtors did not sell one single home. That's the highest that number has ever been. That being said, you can't survive in a job if you're not making any money. So finally, there's gonna be some realtors that go, hey, this is not the career for me. I'm gonna move on in other ways that I can make money. I'm gonna keep trying, they've kept trying to try to weather the storm of where the market's been at, and it just has not worked out. And so they're gonna exit the industry, which means for those of you that are staying, there's some more market share opportunity for you. There are my 5 predictions. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you on board? What do you think? I would love to hear your opinion. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on Ryan Real Estate.